All right. That's really cool when I do that, by the way, if people be quiet. Welcome, everybody. This is the Swampscott School Committee regular session meeting. Today is Thursday, February 26th. We are at Swampscott High School, and you are in room B129. I call this meeting to order. If you are so able, and if you so desire, please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Big crowd here in the B129 tonight. Any public comment on the gallery? Seeing none, is there any public comment online, Miguel?
I am not fully in, so.
Is someone fully?
Nobody has their hand up.
No one has their hand up. That is unfortunate, but we will move forward. Committee comments. All you.
We have some current updates going on in school right now. The boys basketball team has their first playoff game this Saturday. SOCA and GSA have a social injustice event going on in Worcester. I'm not sure when that happens. And Boston Model UN has happened already. I heard that was pretty successful. That's all for me today.
How about, is there an update about Black History Day?
Oh, we're still figuring out the date. Our meeting about that is tomorrow.
I didn't want you to forget that again. Last time.
Yeah.
Why didn't you announce that?
Is the basketball game home or away?
This Saturday it's home.
Do you know what time? Do we know what time?
I believe it's 6 o'clock.
Excellent. Excellent. All right.
I can tell you.
Ms. Ray.
I don't have anything. I did see the newsletter that came out from the high school today, and I like the new format, but all good.
All right. Continuing around the table, Mr. Jancis.
I'm good as well.
Okay. To my far left, Miguel.
I guess just give thanks to the DPW for everything that they've done since everybody in this room got to enjoy 2 extra days of vacation. So hopefully you enjoyed them. And also for any of the parents, because I know some people were complaining about the sidewalks. I know some people went to the C-Click Fix, but it looks like the town is saying that you need to call the non-emergency police number. So in the future, if your neighbors haven't shoveled, please call there so that way the police can handle it.
Okay.
To add on what Sasha said, I know last night the girls basketball team had their playoff game too. It was home, but they had a great season even though they lost. And I know 2 weeks ago I couldn't make the last meeting, but there was a track meet and it was states at New Balance, and I know there was a lot of personal records, and I heard it was just very successful for everyone.
How's the facility there?
It's really nice. The track is like one of the fastest tracks actually in the world, so we're really lucky we get to compete there. It's like a standard 200-meter track, and it's just like, it's really nice. It's really fast.
Great. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, school committee chair comments, which is me. First, I'd just like to dovetail what Miguel said. Really appreciate the DPW and the police department for making sure everyone was safe and sound as they went to school on Wednesday. There's no such thing as perfection. I think I made a post. This is not San Diego, California. It happens to snow occasionally, and we've had 4 feet of snow in the last couple weeks. So I'll again ask for patience. What I understand, everyone did a great job getting to and from their buildings, so thank you to the community for shoveling out their walkways and sidewalks. It's greatly appreciated to keep everybody safe. A couple things from me. So as we all know that Amy O'Connor, who was the chair, resigned several months ago, and as vice chair, I have been signing documents for the chair. We just want to make that an official vote tonight, just giving me permission as vice chair to sign as chair. And we'll be having that vote later in the meeting. Thank you to Suzanne for bringing that up. Appreciate that. And then the other second thing from me in everyone's packet is the school committee guide. We haven't really probably taken a look at this in a little bit, and really tonight, we don't really need to go through it. It was more of, if I could ask the committee members to, over the next couple weeks, to go through the guide, and anything you think needs to be updated, let's do that. And I'm really being proactive on this, because we are going to have a couple, potential empty seats and new people come in as school committee members come May, and we want to make sure that those individuals coming in hit the ground running, know what is the responsibilities of a school committee member. It is not easy. It's incredibly rewarding, but there are some rules and guides that we live by. So if I could ask all the members, including myself, to have a look at that, we'll add that to a future agenda for discussion and any updates that are required. All right, any thoughts or questions about either topic?
No?
Okay, great. Superintendent, the floor is
Right.
yours.
Well, as you said, we have a star-studded cast here today, and we're going to start with the presentation from Mr. Crocker and the robotics team at Swampscott High School.
Yeah,
John, can you set them up right now?
I'm not in as a panelist. So
Oh. All right, give me a sec.
It's okay. I got this one now. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think you should. Thank you.
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
It's a Canva doc.
It's ironic that we're having technical difficulties when we're talking to the robotics. That's not lost on me, by the way.
Unless our TV people can make me a panelist.
I think you talk.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, John, I think I've been updated.
If they don't do it in presentation mode, then like half of half of it falls through.
Miguel, are you in there?
Yep, they got me in here, so
All right.
I'll pull it up.
Almost there, guys.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go.
And present. There we go. Just tell me when to go to the next slide.
I can go first. All right, thank you.
I am Joseph Blood. I am one of the two captains of the admin team on the Swampscott High School robotics team named the Currents.
Don't push it.
But it says push.
No,
that's
that's
the
to mute yourself.
That's what I was really talking about, you guys. We-
Oh.
Private.
All right. I'm Rosie. I am the other co-captain of the admin team. And
Yeah, I'm Aiden. I'm the captain of the mechanical and electrical sub-teams on our robotics team.
Next slide, please.
so our robot this year is named BrandyBot. It is named after Miss Wilbur as a thank you for starting up the robotics team and dedicating so much time and effort to it. This has been a huge collaborative effort from the whole of the 4311 members, and it is made to compete in this year's first robotics competition, which is titled Rebuilt. Next slide, please. It says the same thing. This is the challenge. It's called Rebuilt. This is part of what the setup looks like. Ooh.
That would have been a video for us to showcase. Aiden, would you like to give us just a quick rundown of what we have to do for it?
Yeah, so this year's game, the challenge is to take these game pieces that are balls, and we need to score them in a goal. So we do that by building different launching mechanisms, and we'll have to pick up the ball off the ground. So that's our challenge that we had to build for this year.
Next slide, please. The Swampscott Currents is larger than it has ever been before, with more than 30 members this year, with still more people coming in every week. You know, we have a new kid, even just this week. We've also now have our own like subdivision groups. This is kind of what we were talking about introducing ourselves earlier. We have admin specifically for planning, fundraising, stuff like that. Build for quite literally building the robot. CAD for making the robot like a blueprint pretty much online. Electrical for, connecting all the wires. And there are even just some people in the team who kind of do a little bit of everything.
And then if you click on that photo, it will send you to a YouTube link showing what,
That was the previous photo.
no, if you click on it, I think it sends you to the YouTube, yeah. Does it? Is it not?
I can click on it.
Oh, yeah, so this is what our launcher looks like right now. Sorry about the fisheye lens, we goofed that a little bit.
That's amazing.
Isn't that neat?
Next slide, please.
Oh, could you close the YouTube tab so the subtitles go away? Sorry.
4 through 11, we break barriers. We have done a lot more than we think we've done this year, and we are actually building our biggest robot yet, and I believe also our heaviest. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. It is a very male-dominated field, but we also have many women on the team, 7. Not everyone is here today, as you can tell by the picture. Not everyone's here today. Right now, we just, I believe, have Rosalie and Lauren, but there are many more. Next slide, please.
Do you want to do it? Okay, so these are our seniors. There's me, I'm the captain of admin. We have David, he's the captain of build. Andy's our jack of all trades. He does everything exceptionally well. It's a little freakish how good he is at everything. We have Boris, he's our code captain. We have Aiden, he's our overall team captain and the captain of mechanical, and then electrical. And Eric is on our build team.
Now we're going to have a little fun with you guys. We're going to be having a robotics quiz. It only consists of 3 questions. Number 1, who are the 2 main instructors for the Swampscott Currents?
Any of you guys can answer if you want. Or we can awkwardly shuffle through it, whatever you guys want to do.
Crocker,
That's one. That's one.
That's one.
Wildman.
Yes.
Yep.
Very
Can you
good.
click?
Right.
Woo!
Come before us before?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Next slide.
Next
please.
slide, please. How long have the Swampscott Currents been a team in the FRC? Would anyone just like to take a guess?
Wait, just as the FRC or is the, in how long we've had a robotics club?
It's the same.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it is?
it's the
Yeah.
same. We've been in the FRC ever since we started the club.
Figure it out, 2014,
All right, so hold on.
2013,
Yeah.
2013,
Yeah, about that, right?
13 years, 2013?
15 years.
Oh,
Ah,
15.
my daughter was one of us.
yeah, my kids played too.
What is the most important practice of FIRST Robotics?
We obviously know you guys wouldn't know this off the top of your domes, but we were thinking maybe you could sort of guess and see what you guys think is the most important thing we might learn from this.
Showing up.
Teamwork.
That's a big one.
It is a big one, 100%. Anyone else like to take a guess?
No collaborative spirit, I don't know.
Would you like to reveal the answer? Yeah, gracious professionalism.
Excellent. I love that.
Yeah, so gracious professionalism is a concept that was created by FIRST. It pretty much means you know how to like handle yourself professionally, but also know how to handle both wins and losses, and really you have to make sure that you're professional in how you handle all aspects of like how you handle yourself. Like you're nice to other people, pretty much.
I love that. That will last far longer than just robotics. That's for sure.
So Swampscott Robotics is very important. Robotics is important at any school. And the reason it's so important here is because it promotes STEM education and it helps build a lot of real world skills, problem solving, communication, perseverance, because this is not easy. It takes a lot of work. There's a lot of us who work on it together. It's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. But it also helps us build a lot of confidence too, because we're practicing failing and trying again and building character and stuff. Thank you.
As a thank you, I have a gift for all of you on the committee.
What?
Can we take the gifts, actually?
Oh,
Mr. Superintendent, can we take the gifts?
It's under a $50 value.
Sticker,
Oh, thank you.
our logo,
Thank you.
has not only our team number, but name.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
So exciting. I'm a sticker.
You can put the stickers on anything. You can put it on your computers. I
Yeah.
see some of you have stickers. You can
Nice.
put it on backpacks for those that are on the school.
Awesome. That was a great presentation. Any questions for the robotics team?
I'm just curious, is rebuilt because you're using parts from prior builds and no new stuff?
So rebuilt comes from how the game was created by first as a bunch of different parts of older games, all sort of rolled into this year's. So it's a bunch of aspects of previous games.
I was just remembering the first couple years that this started, it was like this team was at such a disadvantage because they had no spare parts or had never been in competitions before. So I remember that first year raising a lot of extra money and getting a lot of the engineers from GE to donate different things to make robots with because we had no extra. It's just cool, like come so far. Just awesome.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, is competition season coming up?
Yes, so our first competition is scheduled, I think, for March 13th is the night when we load into competition. So March 13th to 15th is our first competition.
Can you describe what is you say competition, what actually happens? And how
So-
do you win?
So the competition, the competition is like a game that we have to build a robot to play. So that when we actually go to these competitions, we're bringing the robot and we're having it play the game. So we're not actually like building the robot there, but we're seeing how well what we built compares to what other schools and other teams have built, and how well they can play this game. So this year, it's the launching the balls into a goal.
What other towns do you compete against?
There are many, many other towns. So at each competition, there's between about like 30 and 40 teams per competition.
You gotta watch it.
Lynn,
It's so
Lynn,
cool
and
to
her,
watch.
Lynn and her viewer both have teams in the back.
Yeah, I mean, I went one time way back in probably a long time ago, and the same thing, they didn't have any parts that I remember too. Miguel?
Well, my son's part of this club, so I hear bits and pieces from him, but for all of you, definitely great skills that you're learning. I can tell you as someone who works in tech, they will be transferable in whatever you do, even if it's not building things. So remember those skills, because I can tell you I've worked in payments, real estate, now I work in healthcare, and the professionalism that you're learning will translate easily into a job. But thank you for the presentation and the stickers, and hopefully you all have a great time and enjoy the competition.
Mr. Crocker, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you set a world record last year? Did the team set it for a couple minutes, right? Weren't we the world champs for a second?
Yes, I hear you. I got you. I'm loud enough. We scored the world record, which previously had been held for a couple weeks. So we took down a world record that was held for a couple weeks. We held it for approximately 2 hours, but it was still impressive. It was
unbelievably impressive.
like, there's a lot of competitions and a lot of matches that happened in between.
Yeah.
And it's a first of my career, and hopefully not last, but I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the chances of that happening are very slim. The stars have to align. And so we're very proud of our last year effort. Actually, I had one more question. Is any of this going to be live streamed, that Yes. links could be put up? We will have links available. We'll make sure Ms. Otto sends them out. Great.
Right.
That'd be great. Again, completely impressive. I'm just a marketing guy professionally. This is incredibly impressive. Thank you so much for coming, and, please send out the links and come back, let us know how you did.
All right, sounds great.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
What's exciting also, I just have to say, there's 30 kids on the team, 30 students.
There's 30 kids intermittent, like we had 30 kids sign up. I'd say on an active day, we have, I'd say between 15 and 20 people in the shop, but everyone's doing different things.
I would just say with the middle school robotics program thriving, it's going to be interesting to see what the numbers grow to over the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Great. I guess one more question. Do you guys practice every day? How do you do that?
Right now, we do. We're in crunch time, so we have to make sure the robot is built and ready to go. And so we will be meeting every day for the next couple of weeks to make sure that's ready to go.
So that just leads to one more question. How does one transport a very heavy robot to make sure it doesn't break before you get to the competition?
We have to build it. Do you want to answer this question? I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking.
How we transport the robot?
Yeah.
We usually look to either people in the community or people that the team knows, although we really ask anyone. To sort of help our team, we transport the robot usually in like a large truck of some kind. A pickup truck bed can usually fit it, but if possible, we try and keep it inside like a minivan or some other large vehicle.
Great. Wow. Well, good luck. Thank you so much for this presentation. It was awesome.
All right, next up, we have Mr. Moran and some students to talk about the National Junior Honor Society student update, National Honor Society update. Mr. Moran.
Wait for the mic.
Hold on, Mike.
There you go.
Mr. Crocker. You, Daniel. So, hi everybody. My name is Matt Moran, and I'm one of the 8th grade math teachers at Swampscott Middle School, and I'm also the 8th grade faculty advisor for our National Junior Honor Society program. With me here tonight is our amazing students. We have Sarah, Sophia, and Maddie, who are in my 8th grade class this year and are also part of our NJHS program. And we have Nico, Milan, and George, who are seniors, who we had 4 years ago in 8th grade, were once part of NJHS, and it's crazy that they're now seniors. And I just sort of decided, these are just such unbelievable kids. They're involved in so many things that we do. Virtually all the opportunities that we run, they're a part of. And we just try to partner as much as we can between the middle school and the high school. We have a lot of inter-school partnerships, which is something we just take a lot of pride in. So they'll be able to talk a little bit about these opportunities, and thanks for giving us the opportunity to be here. Next slide, please. Oh, sorry, is the slide linked? Perfect. Awesome. Great. So this is my now 5th year doing the National Junior Honor Society at the middle school, which a large part of that, very similar to the NHS, is largely grounded in community service. And so a large part about what I do is trying to come up with meaningful opportunities to try and engage our students in a wide array of different ways that they can make a difference. And we have all those instances highlighted. And really just through these opportunities that the kids will talk about is really just instilling a commitment to service, commitment to education, taking pride in their school, pride in their community, and just I'm so excited to show you like the different things that we've been doing, but really just goes to highlight that we are doing things like really incredible and unique things here that we're just so proud of. And we're just, it's so funny is like these kids, when they were 8th grade, we had to start somewhere, and then it's just evolved and it completely expanded. And these kids know that because they're continuing to still take a part in the opportunities that we're continuing to run. So it's really just every single year I'm trying to expand it, evolve it, make it better, and come up with new opportunities. So it's just been really, really incredible and special. So I'm excited to show you. So next slide, please. So one of the first things that I did 4 years ago when I started being the advisor for the National Junior Honor Society is we would do a lot of work with My Brother's Table. We would prepare and assemble bagged lunches for them. And so students would sign up to bring items in, and then we'd go to the cafeteria in the middle school one day, and then we just assemble all these lunches. And it was a complete workshop in there. It was so much fun. But really sort of what happened, and we did it maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the year, but then I sort of found is that afterwards it was always just me sort of loading my car with all of these bagged lunches, and then it was just me driving them to the table myself. And while I think the kids got a lot out of it, and it's such a nice thing to do, it just all of a sudden hit me it was me driving the lunches over to then hand to the table for them to distribute to the guests, whereas it just hit me why the kids should be part of this too. And so a couple years ago I started bringing students to My Brother's Table in person, and we've gone every month for almost the last 2 years now. And every time we go, we bring about 10 students, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. And it's all 8th through 12th grade students that are volunteer. So I have like a email that I send out every month with like sort of growing kind of like a newsletter sort of thing with all the opportunities that students can take a part of it. The service is on my website. But some of you may know that My Brother's Table serves about 1 million meals every single year, which is incredible. I'll talk about that in the next slide. But so on any given day, students will serve and prepare or hand out to guests anywhere between 400 and 800 meals. And all of these students have been here with me to see that. And it's just really eye-opening and impactful and just reinstilling that commitment to education and just really giving back to the community is just something that's really special. So we love going to the table. Which brings me to the walk. So the walk, and I'm going to talk to Sarah because we were actually just at the table a few days ago and we had a conversation about this, but the table doesn't receive any funding from the government. It's all 100% based on private donations and volunteers. So like when we go every month, we're the volunteers that are going to support them. And so a big fundraiser, because they don't receive any government funding, is they do an annual walk that happens in Swampscott, where lots of schools and businesses will sign up and donate money for them, and it's just a huge fundraiser. And they give an award to the group, the school or business with the highest participation, and that year that was SMETA team, the Swampscott Public Schools team, and you can sort of see where we were in the bottom right picture there. And we were awarded the group with the highest turnout. So it's just really, really cool. And that's sort of what I take a lot of pride in, is that our students are able to see like the full circle, like they're able, like where we start, and then they're able to see, wow, like this really made a big difference. And we got the award for conservation. It was really nice. So in the top left picture there, we were actually at the table in person when we received the award. The bottom left is the award itself, and then those are just sort of before and after pictures on the right side. So just really special and great to be a part of. So that's the annual walk. Next slide, please. So Anchor Pantry, for those that don't know, Anchor Pantry is the old police station in Swampscott. It opened in 2020 from COVID. I joined the board there almost going on a couple years ago, just really sort of showing that there's a lot of people in our community that need support and need help. So I try to bring our students there to be able to serve in there or do food drives. I'll talk about that in a sec. As much as we can, and Anchor Pantry is just such an incredible place. So we all enjoy being there. So twice a year we go to Stop and Shop, and we collect donations from shoppers. And so you can sort of see what we do in the bottom. I mean, it is unbelievable how much we collect when we're there, right? I mean, you can just see like all those carriages filled. I mean, that's just like the people are so generous, and they want to help and they want to contribute, and our students are so amazing with that. And so, yeah, we collect all the donations from shoppers. All the shoppers are so generous. And then afterwards, we go to the table in person where we then stock and store everything that we collected. So Anchor Pantry just been such a central part in the work we do with community service. And I think this just goes to show, like, these are Swampscott kids helping Swampscott families, you know. It's just, so really just trying to reinstall that message about we're here to help. We want to make a difference. And again, like we have My Brother's Table, Anchor Pantry, just central community services. We're trying to make a difference. So Anchor Pantry has just been great. Next slide, please. So the Swampscott Elementary School, one thing that in particular to the middle school that just makes it such an incredible place is that our commitment to partnering not only like with the elementary school and the high school. I mean, tonight we have a great instance of middle school and high school sort of working together. The Swampscott Elementary School Trunk or Treat is sort of like their Halloween themed event in October for Halloween, where in the parking lot, all the families have their trunks open and the kids go trick-or-treating. So our 8th graders, you can see the pictures there, are working with the elementary kids and their families. They're leading the lawn games. They're doing the face painting. They're everywhere. They're going around like just helping with the kids. And it's just, these guys are just such like role models to the younger families and the elementary kids. And they're just so unbelievably amazing with them. So that's also the thing too, is that we are everywhere. Like we are, like it's not uncommon, like for any given day, like we're out doing all these things. And so the Swampscott Elementary School Trunk or Treat was just a really fun thing to be a part of, and for us to be able to partner with the elementary school, and we try to do that as much as we can. So I'm really happy about that. Next slide, please. Spur Cleanup. So Spur is a community service organization in Marblehead where they do so many service opportunities. But two big ones that we do annually are the cleanups that they do. So they have cleanups in September. They call it the Land and Sea Cleanup, and in April, the Earth Day Cleanup. And Mizzato and I actually we tag team these together. So we each take groups of about 10 or so, and we bring them to, it depends on the location that we're assigned, but it's all in town. So Phillips Beach or Ewing Woods or, thank you, Harold's King Forest, which is my favorite because so many of our students don't know that we have a forest here in town. So it's just been really fun, and we do that twice a year. So we'll probably, like I said, each time that we do it, we take 20 students. I take 10, Misato takes 10, and we do that. So it's just been a really fun thing to be a part of. But again, taking pride in our community, right? Next slide, please. And then so all those opportunities that we talked about, those are open to everyone. And like I said before, I have a website that all these students can sign up for at any given time, but talking more exclusively about NJHS in particular. So every year we partner with Sabrina Clopton, who is amazing and so helpful, and we're just so lucky to be able to partner with her, but at the Senior Center. So we work with them twice a year in November and December. So November, Ms. Clopton brings in the director of GLIS, which is Greater Lynn Senior Services, where they'll explain to us who homebound seniors are, the Meals on Wheels program, and what we do is we make Thanksgiving cards for them. And if you look at that picture, so we made it on the cover of GLIS on the community page, which was really cool. And in December, that was their monthly newsletter. So we made it on the cover there, which is great. I mean, it just shows how many of our students are committed to this. But then they'll make several homemade cards to then, that GLIS will then deliver to the homebound seniors, because a lot of them, I mean, not a lot of them, but some of them may not have a connection still to youth. So for them to be able to receive a really great card that's really thoughtfully made by, from a younger, from a younger student, it just really makes a big difference for them. It's just really kind. So we love doing that, and those are just pictures that we have there. And then in December, we sort of have a rotating thing where sometimes Ms. Clopton will say, all right, let's do emergency bags, or we'll donate flashlights and batteries and first aid kits, and other years we'll do sort of warm, wintry things like blankets and pillows. And so we just do a lot of work with the Senior Center and supporting our homebound seniors, and that's just been a really fun project to be a part of. Next slide, please. And then, probably one of my favorite things is us partnering NJHS and NHS together. I don't lead the NHS, but I try to do a lot of work with them to try and keep the partnerships going between the schools. So what we did this year, which was this is our first year doing it, and it was a home run, is we partnered with Toys for Local Children. 3 of my colleagues at the middle school run the TLC, and then what we did this year in December is we asked all of the NJHS and NHS students to contribute one toy, where they told us what age group and everything like that, and we all went up to the high school one day after school, and the NJHS and NHS, they contributed the toy, the TLC, they donated the wrapping paper and the scissors and the tape, and then we had the seniors from the Senior Center with the help of Ms. Clopton, and then we all gift wrapped together. It was just so much fun. It was such a home run. We had the holiday music playing in the background, and it was just such a community opportunity and event. It was just really special and really fun to be a part of. You see that picture of all of us on the stairs. It was just an all hands on deck, just a really great afternoon. We had a lot of fun with that. It just goes to a really nice cause, TLC, right? It's just teaching our students the importance of it, what it is, who it goes to, and how we can get more involved to make a difference. And next slide, please. So we did that in December, and then January, we did, sort of that preparing bags lunches for My Brother's Table, is we did a joint activity with them, where in the past, every time with NJHS, we would do the 125 bags lunches. So now, since we grouped both groups together, we doubled it, we made it 250. And we did that one day after school, and all our students were there. We just had so much fun. Some groups were doing the PB&Js, other groups were preparing the bags, it was just a whole workshop type thing. And the seniors are the role models of the 8th graders, and sort of my vision is then when these students are seniors, then they're going to be the role models for the next group of 8th. That's just really sort of my vision and how I see this direction of this program going. But that was a really great opportunity for our students to get involved in as well. Yeah, and that's really sort of the opportunities that we've been doing with community service in our schools. I am so proud of the work that we've been doing, and like I said, really what I'm trying to do is to grow it, expand it, make it better. And like I said, these are opportunities. Like, I think that kids aren't getting in, think we're just really lucky to be here. It just goes to how great our schools are, that our kids want to help, we want to make a difference, and everything that we do between My Brother's Table and Anchor Pantry, Toys for Local Children, partnering with the elementary and the high schools, the senior center, we're just getting involved and exposing them to so many different ways that they can get involved to make a difference. That it's just really incredible, and I just could not be more proud and so thankful for the encouragement and the support of our leadership, who really just supports us all the, however we can, and we're just so thankful and lucky for that. Yeah, so really, I just want to expand it, make it better. I would love to make community service more accessible. I mean, I try to make the opportunities as open to everyone as I can. So I'm trying to make it easier for students to get involved. And I think our students are showing how important service is. And I don't know, who knows, maybe that'll become a requirement for high school one day, but we'll save that for another time. But I would love to give our students the opportunity to reflect about their experiences, if that's okay. Who wants to go first? Sarah, go ahead. Do you want to pass this?
After becoming a member of the National Junior Society, I've grown as an individual. In the National Junior Society, we practice building leadership skills, teamwork, and a sense of responsibility. The volunteering we do has taught me the value of giving my time and effort to make sure everyone in the community has access to basic needs, like when we go to My Brother's Table or Anchor Food Pantry.
As a member of the National Junior Honor Society, I see NJHS as more than just academics. It's a responsibility that we all have. It portrays leadership, service, and character, trying to find positive and meaningful ways to impact our community. This experience has shown me that true leadership is about helping others and taking responsibility for making differences.
Being a part of the National Junior Honor Society has really broadened my perspective of the world and has taught me the power of teamwork and the importance of community service. This experience has given me a sense of leadership and responsibility and has installed me in a path to further help my community. Now, I volunteer much more often, and I find great joy in knowing I made a positive impact on our neighborhood, and that's what the NJHS is all about.
Great, good job.
Hello, that's good. My name is George Spelios. The first thing I can think of when it comes to community service and Mr. Moran is just how we can apply what we're actually doing. So when we started off bagging lunches and being at the high school, how can we go one step further and actually see how that can positively affect the communities, whether it's in Lynn for My Brother's Table or Swampscott for the Anchor Food Pantry. So I think for me, the Anchor Food Pantry in town has been huge for just seeing how much help they need, but also how we can help out and how that looks and how it looks for people to come and take what they need and then going to My Brother's Table, how they work and coexist with programs like Joe's Meals, and just how complex it is, but how great the people are there and teaching us what to do and how hopefully we can teach our peers in the school effectively how to apply community service.
Hi, my name is Malad Sasson, and I just kind of want to touch up a little bit upon My Brother's Table. Mr. Moran kind of mentioned it in the slideshow, but what really stands out to me about what Mr. Moran's doing with the NJHS and NHS community is that we, like he said, we do the My Brother's Table walk. We do the peanut butter and jelly bag sandwiches for My Brother's Table as well, but actually going to My Brother's Table and serving the meals does so much more justice, and seeing what people have to deal with firsthand, it really changed my whole perspective of doing community service. So it turned something from like when I just started, like, okay, I want to fill out these hours, I want to make this look good on my resume, to something I actually like take pride in doing. It's something that it just feels like I need to do it now. Like helping other people and seeing what other people are going through, like getting a hot meal or something. Like it doesn't sit right with me now until I see them, and then me being able to help out. It kind of helps, and I really want to thank Mr. Moran for that, and alongside all these other meaningful experiences and these community service opportunities. And I think that the track for NHS and NJHS, like working together along with even the elementary school, I think it's in good hands like even in like the spur cleanups when we would still like go clean up even in the rain. So I think the commitment is there, and I really want to thank Mr. Moran for that.
I think my name is Nico Croft. Touching on what Malad said about how it kind of strengthens you and your outlook on it, I think, like he said, you're a 13-year-old, you're a teenager, you're doing community service because he said it'll look good on your resume, and because like people have told you like this is something good to do for your community, and so you're not doing it for bad reasons, but you're not like totally understanding like the scope of it. And I think through NJHS and through NHS, it really strengthens your reflexes and how you're able to respond to what you see in your community. And I think through the main thing that stands out to me about our program here in Swampscott is just how consistent it is. Like Mr. Moran said, it's every month. There's trips to My Brother's Table. You're doing this in 8th grade, and then even like in that period between NHS and NJHS, like you're still getting outreach from Mr. Moran and helpers to keep that going, keep that consistent, so that when you reach NHS, when you're an upperclassman, you're not like out of practice, you're able to apply this. And I think that progression over time really opens your eyes, especially through the things we do. Like Mr. Moran said, when we started going to these places and seeing like what we are helping out and what we're like the cause that we're assisting, I think that was huge for me personally. Like I think that's the most valuable thing I've taken from it, and it's valuable to me as a person, as a trait to have, to know that like you're helping people for like a good like what you're doing is good, and it's also valuable for your community because now like not even I don't know how many times we've gone and done community service this year and we haven't even logged our hours. Like it's not like something we're doing out of obligation anymore. Yeah. And I think that's a super valuable skill. I don't think a lot of other places have that type of program that can like consistently work you up to that point. And I see it a lot in not just like NHS sponsored activities, but community service through other clubs. Like I know we're all in ROC, Room of Color, and there's a program, Snow Angels, where you go, it's partnered with Sabrina at the Senior Center, and you go and shovel for senior citizens that would need help. You shovel out their cars, whatever. And so many times we'll be in a neighborhood, and like people will come out that aren't on the list. We'll ask, like, can you shovel my car? And we just like, it's not even a second thought anymore. Like we're there to help out. We love to do it. And I think that a lot of that is thanks to Mr. Moran and the program.
Thanks, guys. Awesome job.
Well, thoughts and comments from the gallery.
You guys are awesome. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to sit here and listen to the progression of 8th grade to 12th grade. It's kind of fun, but yeah, like it's awesome. You guys are really brave for do it, and you guys are just really cool. I hope that you guys take this same feeling to college next year. Like you're all going to be in communities, like really cool communities that have needs too. So I think that's great that you're feeling it like inside now. It's awesome. Nice job, Mr. Moran.
Thank you, Ms. Wright.
Thank you, Suzanne. John?
Yeah, I was just going to kudos to Mr. Moran too for all the work he's done on this program and for the presentation as well. Frankly, I'm blown away from what I heard here. These stories are awesome, and you know, the impact is obvious. You know, I agree with Suzanne that these are likely skills you'll take with you always, and probably look back and remember this always as a really great experience. So again, thank you for the presentation and everything tonight.
I'm sorry, Sasha, I didn't mean to skip over you.
It's okay. I used to be an NJHS member, and I think that doing community service, especially with collaborating with high schoolers and the elementary school, it's really important and builds community. But not only we're creating a tight-knit community, we're also helping others in our community, which makes us even tighter, even through students and senior citizens. It's really important to have that bond, especially during times where people are getting separated and community isn't that active anymore. I really appreciate Mr. Moran for continuing this, And I think that community service as a requirement in high school isn't a bad idea because I know that Essex Tech does it as a graduation requirement. I think it would be fun.
Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you. Miguel?
Yeah, no, it's great to see that you guys are participating in various aspects of the community and seeing different parts of the community. Definitely know that volunteering is a thing that's hard for some people to understand, as most of us are all volunteers except for one. But hopefully you will translate all of those skills, as John said, into other aspects of your life and really enjoy it, because there are plenty of other things to do in the community that you might not be aware of. As Mr. Moran says, he's looking to expand and find where the need is to make it available for others. So keep it up, keep looking, and just do what you can.
Thank you, Miguel. Leah?
Yeah, I think that was a great presentation. It's really good hearing from everyone. And it's really great to see the engagement that you're fostering within like the next generation of kids with their community and the skills and like the opportunities you're providing for everyone. I know my brother's in 8th grade and he goes to like a lot of the volunteering, and it's just really great. Like he comes back and he'll be talking about how he actually enjoyed like volunteering. It's just such a great skill like to see being developed and then carried on throughout your entire life.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank you. It was really interesting, and one of the seniors said, change your perspective. And it's really, really interesting, and it's not the first time we've had a group, and the students have said, especially the seniors, it's changed my perspective on life or whatever, be thankful for what you have. We're lucky to live here as a general rule, and it's really great to hear. And I agree with Suzanne, the progression is really cool to see. And I hope you guys continue, and a few years from now come back, and it'll be really interesting to hear what your perspective. But again, thank you, Mr. Moran, and to the students. It's really great you guys are doing this, especially with the snow plowing. And I know it's been tough for a lot of people to get out there. So what you're doing is really appreciative, and thank you so much for hanging out with us for a little while.
Thank you, Mr. Passer.
Thank you.
I was just going to say, I've been lucky enough to see Mr. Moran and the crew sort of in action, and it is hands-on. I mean, they are at my brother's table. They run the place.
They know their
You
jobs,
walk in,
right?
the kids
You
are.
walk in,
They're doing everything.
It's awesome.
So thank you again. One of the things we've talked about forever is that we want great kids in and out of the classroom, and this is just another example of how lucky we are to see our kids doing great things in the community.
Awesome. So to both groups, the robotics folks and you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Feel free to stay. Feel free not to stay. It's up to you. But thank you so much again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Tough
Okay.
act to follow, but we
It
have
is
Ms.
very
Stella.
Thank you.
Really cleared out now.
Hi, Ms. Nah.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Good. So I just wanted to present to the committee tonight our Q2 projection for FY '26. If you recall, the last projection I presented to you, we had at the time positive budget results, which we talked about was a really good thing given we had a $100,000 loss in our title funding. As we look at our projection as we've wrapped up Q2, we're still projecting positive budget results, slightly better than Q1, and right now we're projecting to end the year under budget by $65,293. Part of this is because we did receive additional appropriation at special town meeting for the homeless and foster care transportation. That was $26,000, so that is part of the budget results. But overall, our administration cost center is projected to end the year under budget by $39,000. As we talked about last meeting, we had a lot of new administrators come into the district, and their salaries ended up being a little bit lower than we had initially anticipated and budgeted for. The district-wide cost center is projected to finish under budget by $127,000. We had a security monitor that left. We hired another one at a lower salary. There was one technology staff member that we lost due to attrition, and rather than replace that individual, we're kind of utilizing a different model within technology. So overall, there was one less FTE than we had budgeted in technology. Our general education cost center is projected to end the year under budget by $471,000. This is, last year, some of our positive budget results were as a result of this, and then this year we're seeing even more. But, we've had some retirements. The replacements are at a much lower salary. We've had some staff leave. The staff that have transitioned into those positions were at lower salaries. So that is the driver of that budget savings. Our school facilities cost center is projected to finish over budget by $180,000. We've talked a lot about the electricity at the Swampscott Elementary School. That really is the main driver of that overage. We talked about Clark, how we hadn't anticipated having to pay utility expenditures there. We did incur some at the first half of this year before recreation took over that building. And then in December, we had an unexpected HVAC repair at the middle school. Again, given the age of the school, these things happen. And then the special education cost center is projected to finish over budget by $392,000. $200,000 of that we knew would happen because if you recall, they asked us to lower our budget by $200,000. They put the money in the special education reserve, so we knew from the very start that this was going to be over by $200,000. Adding to that deficit are just, some additional costs for students and needs that we have. I mean, we are managing that as best we can and trying to, transition or transfer staff as we can to help lessen that budget impact. But again, this is one of those cost centers. We already knew we were $200,000 in deficit to start the year. And as we've talked about, this can be unpredictable, right? And as the student needs change, we have to fund those. So as of right now, though, we should be able to cover that budget deficit in that cost center and not have to utilize the Special Education Reserve Fund, which is great. And that's my Q2 update.
Thank you. Thoughts, comments from anybody?
Thanks. I love these quarterly reports.
Oh,
It feels so, like, up to speed. It's just nice to check in.
John?
Nope.
Miguel?
Yeah, no, it's great to hear. Also, just hearing all of the efficiencies of where we're saving and different strategies that you're doing there to try to keep us within our bounds there.
Great, thank you. I have two comments. One, Ms. Sella, more of a question. At Clark right now, are we incurring any extra costs now for utilities?
No, we are not.
Great, awesome, thank you. You want us to just spend 45 seconds, just so the community knows, Ms. Stella, and ironically, the same day, there was a story in the Boston Globe about special education transportation reimbursement. And the Commonwealth does a lot right when it comes to education. Reimbursement for transportation is not one of those. Massachusetts is one of only 6 states that does it in a kind of a unique way. Mm-hmm. And that leaves districts, not just us, but every district kind of scrambling because we never know what we're going to get back. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, and I mean, Martha certainly.
Or Martha, whatever.
The system is a reimbursement system, right? And so we're having to incur the cost and, as Martha has spoken about to this body and other bodies, sometimes the transportation for students can be quite costly, but we have to do it. And so it doesn't matter whether we budget for it or not. And so because then we submit things and then we get reimbursed later for that, it can create these deficits and these financial burdens that school departments have to find a way to cover. And then the other piece of our transportation reimbursement, specifically as it relates to special education and circuit breaker, is that the transportation portion of our circuit breaker reimbursement sometimes is 0, sometimes it's 25%, sometimes it's 50%. And so there's no predictability around how much we as a district will get reimbursed for this, because it ultimately depends on how much money the state has kind of, I don't even want to say left over, but effectively left over. And then it's later on, after the fact, after we've already spent the money, that that's when they tell us what we eventually will get reimbursed. And there's a huge variability in that. So we can't, with any predictability, expect actually to be reimbursed at all. Because there's been years that we haven't been. So I don't know if there's anything else, Martha.
I just would say that it's very difficult to understand the costs that we may incur, because we are not sure which students might be grouped together with another town. The only certainty we have is when I get the actual invoice, but I will not know if there's any cost savings, because kids were grouped together to go to a certain school until we get the invoice. So there really is no predictability to it. And also it can then change. One month there is a cost share with another town, the next month it comes back and we're absorbing the full cost because for some reason something changed. And also I would say it's really hard for our bus companies to hire drivers. It's really difficult. It's a really hard time to work. You're really working 6 a.m. to maybe 9 and then have some time off and then you do the afternoon portion. So I think that's a real struggle. And it's a hard job too. I think all of us, have driven our kids around, right? And, I think it deserves a lot of respect, what a bus driver does. We're putting our most precious little children in 25, sometimes 50 kids in a bus, and it's loud, and you're trying to make sure kids are safe. So it's just a hard job. So I think, I know there's a lot of costs associated with it, but I understand the cost. It's a hard thing to do, to be transporting students, so.
Right. Thank you both very much, Superintendent.
Great job, thank you.
Yeah, again, just as Suzanne said, these quarterly reports are really helpful, so thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Anything else from your side of the world? Nope. All right. Any subcommittee reports, discussions? Okay. Just before we get into actions and votes, I just want to remind or say to the community that this coming Monday night, the school committee will join the Select Board and Finance Committee to listen to the town administrator present his FY27 budget to the Select Board. And if anyone's out there, you're interested, it is Monday. I'm sure it'll be streamed as well, and I think it'll be here. So I know I will be in attendance, and hopefully others will be as well. All right. So next on the agenda is actions and votes. Let's start with the chair, vice chair discussion. Again, this is solely that the vice chair, which is me, can sign as chair. That's really all it entails. Can someone please make a motion to accept?
I make a motion to accept the vice chair signing documents.
Thank you. Someone second?
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's great. That passes unanimously. The next item is the memorandum of agreement between the Swampscott Education Association and the school committee. Hold on. I have to get my notes, guys, sorry about that. Here we go. When we met to finalize the contracts last year, there was a discussion and a right-sizing that had to happen regarding those students that needed home and hospital setting tutors. And the dollar amounts that were in the prior contract were far below what is available to the general public. And I think we all know that the student's teacher knows the student best, and if that teacher is willing to go to a home or hospital setting, we'd like that teacher to be paid what they would be paid, as close to they'd be paid on the open market. So what this does is right-size those hourly rates. And thank you for everyone who brought that to our attention, and that's it. Can someone please make a motion to accept the memorandum of agreement?
Make a motion to accept the memorandum of agreement between the SEA and school committee.
Great, can someone second, please? Second. Just for sake, can we do a roll call vote for this, Suzanne?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Miguel?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. It is unanimous. If someone has a clean copy, I can sign that, or they can send it to me, however you want to do that. Okay. All right. Donations, I have it here. Okay.
And I make a motion that we move all the donations and the minutes into the consent agenda. So it's one vote.
Sure. Can,
Second.
all right, all those in favor? Great, excellent. Someday I'll actually remember to actually put that the way it's supposed to be. I apologize for that. All right, so the first one is the Swampscott Education Foundation has made a donation to purchase band uniforms. And we want to thank everyone at the Swampscott Education Foundation for making those donations. That's very, very kind of you. We appreciate the community input, as always. And if someone can make them, oh, so we're going to do it at the end? Sorry. You can't, you know what? You just can't take me anywhere. It's embarrassing. All right. Next up, we have a donation from J.R. Blood HVAC in Swampscott. It's Joseph R. Blood is the individual, the owner of that great company, and it's for $500 to the robotics team. Mr. Blood and J.R. Blood HVAC, thank you so much for that donation. Incredibly generous of you, as we saw tonight. Those robotics students and leaders do things that maybe other than Miguel, I know we cannot. All right. Next, we have a donation from Wolf Builders, LLC, also from Swampscott. And this donation is specifically used for the 8th grade Washington, D.C. trip, which I think we all know is absolutely amazing. To Wolf Builders of Swampscott, thank you so much. We really strive to make sure that every student who wants to attend that amazing trip is able to, and this donation will go an awful long way to easing some of the minds of some of the parents. And we look forward to, as always, learning and hearing about that trip when it is happening in the springtime. I still have fond memories of way back when, of my DC trip. All right, next, Patrick Sheehan and Francine, you want to help me with the name?
Gardikas?
Francine Gardikas, thank you, of Swampscott. Also made a very, very generous donation for the 8th grade DC trip, similarly to what we just read. Again, to Francine and Patrick, thank you so much. Just the same, we really strive to make sure that each and every student who can go is going. Thank you very much. And I already read that, and I think that's all of them. There was one thing that,
Minutes.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve the donations.
okay, can someone second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
So the last one is those regular session minutes.
Great, thank
And
you.
there's just a mistake. I mean, we can accept them, but I think that when I said, let's do the consent agenda for the donations, the trip was in there too.
Okay,
And so I just want to amend it to say donations and trip.
okay.
So if you guys are okay with that, we'll just make a motion to accept the minutes as amended.
Someone second, please?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye, thank you very much. Okay. With that, is there anything else from anyone in the gallery? All right. Can someone please make a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Someone second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.